Don't joke to M23, my bro. Don't joke. That is army for the people. Don't joke. Don't joke. Move, quickly. Come, jump, quickly. Hey, wait, hey, quickly. Don't joke to M23, my bro. Don't joke. That is army for the people. Don't joke. Move, quickly. Come, jump, quickly. Hey, wait, hey, quickly. Don't joke to M23, my bro. Don't joke. That is army.
Right. This is a commander, Lieutenant Colonel, just getting the name here, but this is one of the commanders of the army of the M23. This is the biggest subject that is being talked about in the Sadc summit and in the EAC summit. Now, the deliberations that have been made is what we're going to be looking at in this broadcast on what has been agreed upon by these countries. And we're going to play that. And also we're going to hear what the M23 is saying about this war crisis. Does it agree with what I've been saying in the past few days, that the whole genesis of the problem stems from the failure by the government of Congo to recognize the Banyamulenge and the Banyarwanda? These people are Congolese and they claim that they are Congolese. They are born in Congo, in DRC, and they need to be recognized as such. So them to be regarded as rebels, it's because of the perpetual segregation that they are experiencing for I don't know how many years. I'll give, for example, of the people of the Khoisan. The Khoisan, their language has not been recognized until so recently. It should be somewhere around 2016, 2017 in South Africa. That is after South Africa had been independent for more than 20 years. And that is, if these people were radical, they would have taken action against that segregation by the South African authorities. So one thing is very certain, that this issue needs to be resolved by DRC itself. And I want you to listen to what President Museveni said, and then we're going to listen to what Sadc is deliberated, and then we continue on this conversation. And then I also want to hear your thoughts on what you think about this as we unpack the story that is happening in the DRC. So let us hear what President Yoweri Museveni said about this or issue of the Sadc issue. Let's hear what he's saying here.
Your Excellencies, I think the way forward would be, one, what you said, to really insist to His Excellency Tshisekedi that he talks directly to these people who are M23 and those people who are in conflict with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't only affect Eastern Congo, it also affects us. To me, that would be number one. Number two, the best forum that can help is to insist on an East African Community Sadc summit, so that we talk directly to our brothers in the presence of His government of Congo. That, to me, would be the second one. To have this summit, between the joint summit between East Africa and Sadc. Because any other forum, I don't know which forum would handle this.
Right. That is President Yoweri Museveni saying at this East African community Sadc and community summit. I mean, Now, Sadc has deliberated that they are willing to have that conversation whereby these two, Paul Kagame and Felix Tshisekedi, are going to be brought so that they can iron out their problems. In the problem, the genesis or where the issue is going to be resolved, it is in Congo. The issue has to be resolved in Congo. Let there be a pact, an understanding, an agreement. And that agreement is going to bring peace in Congo, whereby the M23 are, or the people that are there. You saw that a commander who was saying that it is the army for the people. Yes, there are things that are happening there. And I'm going to show you a video of Romanian mercenaries that are being paid by the government of DRC. And these mercenaries, some of them, they are getting something like 5,000 US dollars for them to operate in Congo. And as they are operating there, the government, the Congolese soldiers are getting something like $100 a month. And these mercenaries are being paid 5,000 US dollars by the Congolese government. But you see how they were being made to jump by that commander, to say, jump, hey. And one of the soldiers who mentioned on anonymity said that it is demoralizing because we are getting $100. These mercenaries, they are behind us. They are just collecting money in the DRC and going, and the government of DRC is paying these mercenaries. And one of the things that is also then concerning is that in these mercenaries, as they are getting these 5,000 and all of that, there is looting that is actually happening in there because there are warlords there. How do you supply? How do you pay for a war? You pay for a war with your resources, and that's what the government of DRC is doing. And it's a war that is unnecessary. It's a war that can be stopped by just recognizing these people, give them the land, come to an agreement. But Felix Tshisekedi is saying, I don't negotiate with rebels. But the question is, have you ever recognized them as citizens in the first place? And the answer is, the previous governments, they have not recognized them as citizens. They've treated them as rebels. So rebels, they will be for years. So that is the situation there. So now let us listen to a commander of M23, what he said about the situation in Congo and his side of the story about this whole situation, because obviously there are two sides of the story. Now let us listen to the side of the M23, what they are saying about the... Right. Just hear there what he's saying here. Right. This man that you are going to see on the screen here was used to be the Electoral Commission president of Seni. Maybe kana na Utolile Silaigwana or na Priscilla Chigumba or Rita Makarao. Yeah, you know, something like that. If you are from Zimbabwe, you understand what I'm talking about. The former Electoral Commission chairperson. And he says in this interview that he is the one who crowned Felix Tshisekedi in the elections of 2019. Let's hear what he says.
As an objective, our objective is to go to Kinshasa because we have a vision for the people of DRC. Looking at the way that the insecurity has eastern part of Congo, we have to sort it out. And what is the reason of the insecurity? The first reason is the failure of state in DRC. It's a failure of state that is putting all the people to come in DRC the negative forces like ADF, like the FDLR, and they are now a threat against our neighbors, but also a threat against our population. I also mentioned that the bad governance of the Kinshasa regime, putting opposition party either in jail or exile, even killing some of them. Today, I say we have about 100 political leaders, personality in exile, just because the regime Tshisekedi has installed a kind of dictatorship that we have to take it away. Indeed, I also mentioned the fact that the division of people, tribalism, and the fact that Tshisekedi has hired a lot of mercenaries, European mercenaries, a lot of using the FDLR people and training them with the FARDC. All these are the reason why we start as a tribe, and we are going to fight until we get to Gaza. We have come to Goma to stay. We are not going to withdraw, but we are going to move forward from Goma, Bukavu, Kisangani, Bunia, Lubumbashi, Kananga, Mbujimayi, up to Kinshasa, and then to start Congo development. Our vision is named from a failed state to a modern state for opportunity. Our vision is called to make Congo a business land. I feel like it was a mistake, and I assume I know that I'm the one who created the devil, and I'm the one who's going to defeat him. I assume, but I know that I have to correct. This is one of the reasons why. When you say Rwanda is supporting you, Rwanda is supporting you, Rwanda is supporting you. This is one of the Kinshasa propaganda to hide the bad governance has been doing so far.
That's what he's saying.
Today,
that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Is when you look at the city, when you look at the people, anger, no food, no education, no water. All this for Kinshasa, they say is just because of Rwanda. So the good question, before I answer your question, I think the good question is to know how many countries are in Congo today. Uganda is in Congo, dealing with Tshisekedi because they have this joint mission, and they're in Beni, and no one is talking about it. And they say that they are there because they are fighting against ADF. Burundi is in Congo. These are the people we have been fighting in Goma and up to now. They are still deploying other people. I can say that Malawi, they are in Congo. South Africans, they're in Congo. Tanzanians, they're in Congo. You have European mercenaries, more than 1,000 or 2,000. They were in Congo because they are being defeated now. When you look at the MONUSCO contingencies, you have about 10 or even more citizenship. They are all in Congo. All those countries are in Congo. And they are saying that we are Rwanda, just because some of us speak the same language like Rwanda. It's a bad question. We are Congolese. And the question might be, who should be, what are those people doing in Congo? You know the reason?
I don't.
The reason is because there is a failure of state. And so far as we have this failure of state, will be a danger for Congolese people, our struggle.
Right. I want to show you the number of mercenaries. These are mercenaries that are at Kigali airport. You saw the first video that I showed you earlier. These are the people, the mercenaries that are coming out of Congo, being driven out by M23. I want to show you the mercenaries now, as they are. Look at the number, how many they are. Look at the number. Look at the number. I want to show you. It's very, very staggering. That number that you are seeing on screen, that you are seeing there. Look, these are people that have been in Congo. These are mercenaries that are in Congo, that are in DRC. And you telling me that these mercenaries will not live without some minerals? Look at them. How many they are? These mercenaries, they were in Congo. They are being escorted by M23 to get out. All these people are in DRC, coming out of DRC. When you say there is no outside interference, they are talking about Rwanda. All these are being paid $5,000 each. $5,000 each. Whilst what the guys in Congo are getting $100, $150. Imagine. But these guys are coming to loot their resources. So it's a very, 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 very delicate situation. But I just thought you need to understand why the people of DRC or these guys from M23, why are they so angry? Do I support M23? No, I support a peace agreement and an understanding that is going to last, that is going to make sure that, because the more conflict there is going to be in DRC, it means that the more resources that are going to be leaving DRC unaccounted for. I actually have a video that was posted by one of the journalists that is based in Congo. You can go, is Moses. I want to show you this video. It will shock you. It will really shock you what is really happening in DRC. It is really shocking. Very, very, very shocking. All right. Where is the video? All right, here we go. I'm going to share with you this video. It's very, very disturbing what is happening in Congo, what has been found. And I pray people understand why people are angry. M23 are angry, or they are acting the way they are acting. It's because they are aware of these issues. Let's see here this video.
Of Congo shows a downed United Nations drone that locals allege was carrying gold, guns, and parachutes. In the footage, you can see locals and soldiers trying to move the drone to an undisclosed location. Locals can be heard speaking in Lingala and Swahili, claiming that this is what the UN is doing in Congo, not protecting, but looting the country. Locals can also be heard talking about the cargo of the UN drone, saying it contains gold, guns, and some escape parachutes. The United Nations MONUSCO peacekeeping mission in DR Congo has been using UAVs, popularly referred to as drones, since 2013. The UN needs to use these kinds of tools to better perform its mandate, said Hervé Latsus, the then Undersecretary General for Peacekeeping Operations, addressing journalists in 2013 during the launch of the unarmed aircraft in Goma, the capital of North Kivu province in DR Congo. The UN stabilization mission in the country, known as MONUSCO, has among its primary tasks the protection of civilians in the area. Recently, President Felix Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of Congo has called for an accelerated withdrawal of the United Nations peacekeeping mission, amidst numerous anti-UN protests over its failure to rein in rebel groups more than 20 years after its deployment to the country. Many locals accuse UN personnel in the area of using civil unrest to continue looting millions from the resource-rich country.
Do you hear that? Did you hear that? This is what is happening. This is what is happening. Resources are being looted out of Congo by the authorities that are meant to protect the people of Congo, but they are looting. So it's very, very, very disturbing in the sense that thank you so Ingabire Jean did you Ingabire, how are you? It's a brother or sister, I'm not sure, but that's what is happening. So the longer we have an impasse in Congo, the longer these guys have got big heads, the longer we are going to have resources looted. Did you see the video that I showed you of a lot of mercenaries that are being paid by the DRC? And these people that are coming to DRC, they don't come here to do voluntary work. They are on a mission. They are there to get paid. And who is getting paid? Who is paying them? Is the DRC, is the resources. And the resources, when they are leaving DRC, they are living in their raw state. There was a video of a man holding coltan. All these, you see our phones that we're holding, they all contain coltan. They all contain cobalt. You understand? So if for us to survive, we all need DRC. And that is what people know. That's what people know, that we need DRC. Our country, my country, which is Zimbabwe, we have lithium. Lithium, most of you have got lithium batteries. You don't know what is inside there. There is coltan, there is lithium, there is a lot of components that are in there. And those components are not found in America. They are not found in China. They are not found in all these other countries. They are found in Africa. Most of them, they're in Sadc. That's what it is happening. But look at it, what is happening in Sadc. We're struggling with unrest. We have people that are living beyond the poverty datum line. Yet you see those mercenaries. That doesn't look like people who are struggling to me. It looks like people who have got made it, who have got their money. They're coming to make money from Africa. They're coming to loot from Africa. And you heard that voice from that video. It's from a journalist that is based there, Moise Watoto. Is there in Goma. He's reporting straight from Goma. So I am very, very much interested in seeing Rwanda and DRC coming to the table and understanding each other so that the war in Goma stops. The M23, yes, they are saying they want to go straight to Kinshasa. Right? This, we need them to have an agreement, because with this chaos, DRC will continue to be in perpetual conflict. And I believe that external forces will not want to be interested. They are interested in the chaos. I said it in the other video that there is method in the madness. There is method in the madness. Why the madness of allowing 2,000 mercenaries to come in Congo and come and get $5,000 each? It's very crazy. But anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please tell me what you think. If you are a Rwandese, if you are a Congolese, watching this situation as it is unfolding, there are a lot of conversations that are happening on the internet about this situation. But I would love to see a change. I would love to see an agreement being reached in the near future. I'm seeing here Richard Zimvumi, M23 has to reach Kinshasa. That's what he thinks. I personally wouldn't want that, because I want the people to, because if they are going to reach, for them to reach Kinshasa, they are going to meet a lot of hostilities, and Tshisekedi is not going to just let them come. And in all that, they are going to be collateral. There's going to be casualties. There's going to be unrest. In the unrest, in all this unrest, there is going to be delay in the process that is needed. You understand? I would personally, if it was for for me, I would understand if they would split the country into two, like what they did to South Sudan. You have Northern DRC and Southern DRC. You allow M23 to rule that side and being taken care of by Rwanda, because for years DRC has failed to provide services for that part of the country, according to Thabo Mbeki. I would have a country split into two. You have that part, and you have DRC, the other side. They keep the other side, and I know these guys in Kinshasa wouldn't allow that, but that's what it is. If you can't reach an agreement, then you have to surrender or reach the table, because every war it is reached, every war is going to be won at the table. After you have killed each other, you are going to sit down and reach agreements, and that is what is important. But tell me what you think. I'm hearing if you are from Congo, if you are from Rwanda, I would love to hear from you. And please, if you have got your thoughts, my WhatsApp is there so that we can talk, we can have this conversation further. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next update as we talk about what is happening in Africa, because Africa is our home that is full of resources. We need to protect it at all costs. And the conversation that we are having with the generation that is to come, we need to be accountable. And these conversations are what we need to have to preserve our Africa. Mr. Ingabire, you can WhatsApp call me on this number if you have got your opinion, you want to say something about this. If you can call on this WhatsApp number, let us hear your thoughts. Mr. Ingabire Jean Dedeo, is that Dedeo? Is it Portuguese or it's French? I don't know. It's Mr. Ingabire Jean Dedeo. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. And Richard Zimvumi. Yes. So if you are there, you can give us a call so that we can talk about that, and we talk to you on the situation that is unfolding in DRC. But as for me, that's my thoughts. I think the decision by EAC. Let me read for you what Sadc has said before I finish this broadcast. This is what Sadc has said about the situation in DRC, what they've agreed. This, I'll post it on our WhatsApp channel, JCTV Africa WhatsApp channel. You go and check it out on WhatsApp. It is there. This is what Sadc has said about the situation in DRC. They have said here, all right. They have said here that just hold on here. They have said, let me see here what they've right. I'm interested much on the last part of what Sadc has said, but it is very, very what is more so worrying about this Sadc. Look at this. Summit has acknowledged the expression from and gratitude from His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Chilombo, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, for Sadc continuous support to address the security challenges facing the DRC. Summit thanked Chairperson. Okay. Right. I want the second part here where it said that what the summit has said and agreed. Summit urged political diplomatic leaders who are part of the conflict to engage in a coordinated effort dialogue, including supporting Rwanda process, MONUSCO, and others to restore peace and security in Eastern DRC. Right? Summit has expressed solidarity. Okay. I want the part. Summit has reaffirmed its solidarity and unwavering commitment to continue supporting DRC in pursuit of safeguarding its independence and territorial integrity. you see what the SADC is saying. 14 of that. I want the part where it says that they need to have on article on point number 9. Summit has reiterated support for diplomatic efforts to secure a peaceful resolution to the conflict in Eastern DRC through the Rwanda process led by His Excellency João Manuel Gonzalez Lorenzo, President of the Republic of Angola, right? And then point number 11, Summit called for an immediate joint summit of SADC and Eastern African Community to deliberate on the way forward regarding security situation in the DRC as proposed by 24th Extraordinary Summit Heads of State of the EAC held on 29 January. So this is what they have said. So they are agreeing to this effect that on point number 11. But what is also worrying is the amount of money that has been used for the Extraordinary Summit. I would imagine amount of money that has been used by Zimbabwe when we have a problem of money, and in that problem, we are using these resources. The East African community, they met on Zoom. You know, this issue could have been resolved on Zoom. That is happening in DRC. That's why President Hakainde Hichilema has not showed up, because you can do this during the COVID time. We could meet on Zoom. Why this? A lot of money that we're spending, the money that we do not have, and we've got allowances for people and all of that. I think we need to be thinking about our people rather than spending money on delegates, because obviously there is a lot of money that has been spent during this time. Let me hear what he's saying. Please, Mr. Zimvumi, please contact us on the number that is appearing on the screen. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Mr. Richard Zimvumi, talk to us. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Give us your voice note or call us and tell us what you think. Africa want to hear you, what you think about the situation in DRC, because it is affecting you. It is also affecting us as the people. But anyway, I'll see you on the next broadcast. It has been a pleasure to everyone that participated in this broadcast. I'll see you, and it's goodbye for now.